the community and has earned the respect and appreciation of both the staff and students. Please welcome Carly.
Hello everyone. Look at all of you dressed to the nines. This may be the first time I have seen every single one of us perfectly in uniform. Good evening, Ms. Dawn Mickey, our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resource Services, Tom Dow, our Chair of the Catholic School Council, Ms. Morgan, our Principal, Mr. Wynn, our VP, all of the staff, my wonderful classmates, and all of the honored guests who have come to celebrate our graduation with us. I am truly honored to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of St. Thomas Aquinas' graduating class of 2014. I seriously couldn't ask for a better group of ladies and gentlemen to represent. These past 4 years have taught us a lot. We have all gained different skills, experiences, and memories from our time here together. One thing I've come to realize is that high school is pretty similar to driving. First of all, we have all had our driving instructors who have played a major role in getting us where we are today. Although we were given a lot of freedom and we were given the chance to make our own decisions and choose our own pathways, we were also aware that the driving instructor had that extra brake pedal on the other side, just in case we needed it. Whether they needed to slow us down because they thought we were going too fast, or bring us to a complete halt because they thought that we were about to run a red light. Like in grade 9 or 10, we can all remember Mr. Ross making his mark by making it impossible for us to watch a movie without analyzing every single second of it. Or Mrs. McCarney taught us her trusty public speaking trick that always made us smile but also feel super uncomfortable. All 4 years, Mr. Pickett taught us a whole list of valuable life lessons, most of which I probably shouldn't mention at this point in time. Mrs. Mockler taught us to all come together as a large group, and that if we're late, we won't get the keys. Not to mention the sarcasm we've had to put up with for all of these years, thanks to Mrs. Wilson, Mrs. McFadden, and Mrs. Helfrey. I can honestly say that every single teacher we have had over these past 4 years has gone above and beyond just teaching us. Just like our driving instructors, they have left a lasting impact that will last for the rest of our lives. And for that, we can't thank you enough. All of this knowledge and experience will follow us as we pursue life after high school. And I think that the most important lesson, which we have all learned, is that success comes in many different forms. In one way or another, every single one of us has already or will experience success. Do you remember when Haley Wilkins sang her heart out in front of the entire school, getting an overwhelming standing ovation from the crowd? That is success. One of the accomplishments which many of us have already achieved is getting our license. Even if you aren't quite there yet, it's a milestone that we can all look forward to. That is why I believe driving goes hand in hand with what we have experienced over these past 4 years. High school is all about hitting a ton of bumps along the way, worried that you might have ruined your car, but then realizing how much fun it was and probably doing it a couple more times. You know, testing the limits. Like Patrick McGee, falling what seemed like every single day. Or that time a few of you decided it would be a good idea to explore that abandoned house. Although it turned out to not be such a great idea, it is something that will never be forgotten, and in the end, you managed to stay on the right side of the road. Just like driving, there are many ways to reach a destination. Whether you end up in the destination you intended on, or your GPS goes a little crazy and you end up somewhere completely different. We have all taken a road that has somehow led us right here. High school has been full of opportunities, big and small, that have allowed you to reach this moment. Embrace it. You earned this. Every turn and speeding ticket has shaped you into who you are in this very moment, and who you will be as you move forward. I don't think that we can consider high school to be the beginning or the end of our success, but we can definitely consider it to be one heck of a milestone. When you move forward, I want you to remember one of the key lessons that we learned in good old driver's ed. Check your rearview mirrors. Look back on everything you have done, the people you have met, and the lessons you have learned. Make high school a vehicle for your success. Whether these past 4 years were overwhelmingly positive, negative, or otherwise, I think it's needless to say that we've made some valuable memories. Between long road trips to Ottawa with Mr. Halsman, going out to the Chinese buffet with Mrs. Mockler, going into Candles Wonderland with Mr. Piggott, or to the Science Center with Mrs. Hughes, all of these good times have made these past 4 years fly right by. Some of us are lucky enough to be able to trust our GPS to take us where we want to go. Over the years, some of our road maps have become more clear. And after long hours spent driving along a twisted road, a straighter road has presented itself. Like Liam Dow, joining the NET team next year and getting the opportunity to travel all across Canada. That's amazing success. Then there are McKenna and Patrick, who have found their destination in the beautiful Nova Scotia. Or my good friend Emma Poplinski, getting to delve into her talent and realizing how much of an amazing artist she really is. Or the people who are going out west to pursue work, like James Fisher, who has already gone, or Greg Brunman, who will be going soon. That is a huge leap to success. Not to mention the big group of health sciences and future nurses that we have sitting in this room. Taylor Dalen, Lindsay Dart, Jessica Boyd, and Brittany Brumer. A lot of these examples seem like pretty big jumps to success, huh? Just keep in mind that the road to success for 99% of people isn't a jump, but a winding road from one successful project to the next. On the other hand, there are some people who aren't sure which coordinates to type into their GPS, or don't even own a GPS for that matter. And that is okay too. Everyone in this room is going to triumph in whatever they choose to pursue. Just like a road trip, you will always get there in the end. You know what? It is going to be so strange not seeing all of your faces every Monday through Friday. Think about that one great moment you had in a car full of your friends. The music blaring, the laughter, the excitement. That really sums up the close-knit friendships within this graduating class. Friendships like Kathleen's and Jaden's, or McKenna's and Charlotte's, where you could seriously consider them to be sisters. Or the famous bromance between Joe, Lucas, and Isaac. Some friendships are so strong that they have lasted from elementary school up until now. Like Taylor Phelan, Julia Hoogstein, and Robin Louie. With all of the roadblocks in construction that has had us take alternate routes over the years, these friendships are exactly what has helped us maintain some sanity. While some of us will stay in touch with one another, this could be the last time you see some of the people you are graduating with today. We have all been passengers in the same car for 4 years, side by side, some of us in the front seat driving, while others stayed in the back seat causing all sorts of shenanigans. We really have taken this road trip as a team. I want each and every one of you to know how much I have enjoyed getting to know you. Either directly or indirectly, we have all impacted one another's lives in a significant way. As much as STA has impacted our lives, the most important driving force in this journey has been our parents and guardians. You have been there with us from the transition from training wheels to steering wheels. From our first time riding a bike, when you held onto the handlebars until it was time to let us go, to teaching us to drive the car on that side road for the very first time. It is once again time to let us go. Some of us will be moving away from home for the very first time, and just like when you let go of our handlebars, you need to trust that we will be able to stay on the right side of the road. I would like to say a huge thank you to all of you who have shown us the way. You have shaped us into the young adults we are today. My intent today was not to make us all sad that high school is over, but let the fact that it is over motivate us to drive forward in the best way that we can. To give our all in everything we pursue. To put our left signal on past 4 years. And most importantly, having the courage to accelerate when you see the opportunity. You know when you're on a really long road trip and it feels like you barely make any progress from when you left the house? Just remember that the number one reason that people give up so fast is because they tend to look at how far they still have to go, rather than focusing on how far they have come. With that, I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to seeing you walk across this stage. And when you receive your diplomas, keep in mind that you deserve it, and you are all officially graduates of St. Thomas Aquinas. Thank you.